Welcome inside Nippert Stadium, where the Cincinnati Bearcats today are taking on the Florida Gators. I'm your host, Alex Perez. It's a beautiful day for lacrosse, not a cloud in the sky. Sun is beaming. It's also senior day for the Cincinnati Bearcats. I have a lot of seniors on this team to be recognized. To name them, Jordan Remmer, Elizabeth Murphy, Victoria Macris, Ashley Lapp, Grace Jenny, Grace Hirschfeld, Ava Geller, Sophia Fanati, Lindsay Dakota, and number 20, Kamora Bailey. Just to name the seniors, a lot of them. A couple of them might be staying for the next year. We're yet to see on that decision. But to recap, the past couple of games for the Bearcats suffered a tough road loss against Temple last Saturday. Cincinnati right now sits fourth in the American Athletic Conference, hoping to find themselves in the American Athletic Conference tournament in a couple of weeks on May 2nd in Nashville, Tennessee. For the first time in program history, Cincinnati boasts two 50-goal scorers in a single season. Both sophomore Cameron Callahan and senior Lauren Ottensmeyer have 55 apiece, both ranked top 10 in the nation as well. This week's American Athletic Conference Weekly Awards, freshman Haley Joy Simpson grabbed her fourth Freshman of the Week honors after contributing on both sides against the Temple Owls. She scored 2 goals, 2 ground balls, and 3 draw controls for the young freshman. Callahan was named to this week's honor roll after scoring 3 goals and recording an assist against Temple. Lauren Ottensmeyer only scored 1 goal against Temple last week and unfortunately snapped her 12-game consecutive hat-trick streak. Callahan was also named to this, a win would be Cincinnati's first-ranked win of the season, and in program history, they are 0-2 against ranked opponents. The Bearcats are 0-46 against ranked opponents all-time, 0-2 this season. The Bearcats scoring defense ranks 18th in the nation alongside their 28th ranked against scoring offense. UC is tied for third in win percentage with a .667 at a 10-5 record. Looking at the series history, Cincinnati is looking for its first win over Florida. The two teams have met in the American Athletic Tournaments twice, in 2019 and 2021, but Florida coming away with both. Scouting the Gators, Florida, they rank top 10 in Division I in assists per game second, clearing percentage first, points per game first, scoring margin first, and shot percentage first, among other categories. The Gators are led by Maggie Hall, who registered her 100th career assist against Old Dominion on March 23rd. Graduate student Emily Heller has had a point in 22 straight games with a goal in 17 straight. She has also recorded 30 goals this season. Florida also coming off a 13-game win streak. Their last loss coming all the way back on February 17th against North Carolina, where they lost 19-10. Florida with a 2023 record of 11-7. Currently this year they sit at 13-2. Despite leading the NCAA in scoring offense, Florida only has one athlete in the top 150 in goals per game. Daniel Pavanelli, the team's leading scorer, ranks tied 143rd with 2.27 goals per game. 10 Gators are averaging at least a goal per game and have 14 double-digit points on the season across their 13-game win streak. Florida also across their 13-game win streak is averaging 10.85 different goal scorers per game and have had at least 10 goal scorers in 9 contests. Beautiful day for lacrosse here. The Bearcats on senior day looking to pull away with their first program win history against the Florida Gators. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. back inside Nippert Stadium, where they just got finished playing the anthem, and the Bearcats and the Gators look to get ready to battle today. First, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Florida Gators. Starting off at midfield, number 2, Madison Waters. Starting off at attack, number 6, Liz Harrison. Starting at midfield, number 9, Emily Heller. Starting at attack, number 10, Daniel Pivanelli. Starting at defense, number 13, Maria Pensini. Starting at defense, number 14, Hannah Heller. Starting at attack, number 19, Maggie Hall. Starting at defense, number 20, Celeste Forte. Starting at attack, number 21, Ashley Gonzalez. Starting at defense, number 25, Teresa Bragg. Starting at defense, number 26, Ashley Dyer. And then in the cage for the Gators, number 33, Elise Fennell. Take a look at the starting lineups for the Bearcats Lacrosse. Starting at attack, number 4, Cameron Callahan. Starting at defense, number 9, Alexis Rich. Starting at midfield, number 12, Ava Geller. Starting at midfield, number 14, Haley Joyce Simpson. Starting at midfield, number 17, Grace Jenny. Starting at midfield, number 18, Mia Fedorovich. Starting at defense, number 29, Sophia Fanati. Starting at midfield, number 30, Lauren Ottensmeyer. Starting at defense, number 35, Grace Hirschman. Starting at defense, number 41, Danny Milkvey. Starting at defense, number 44, Ava LaRufa. And starting in the cage for the Bearcats, the freshman, number 26, Haley Darko. Bearcats looking to get their first win against the Florida Gators. Coming off a loss against Temple. Don't want to extend that losing streak to 2. The Gators looking to go for the longest country win streak with 14. 14 win streak would be the longest in the nation among D1 women's lacrosse. As we get underway, Milkvey will take the draw control for the Bearcats. On the other side, it's going to be Liz Harrison. Liz Harrison leads the team in draw controls with 175. What an outstanding stat that is. Second place on her team for draw controls would go to number 9, Emily Heller, with 24. Just absolute weapon on the draw controls. That's going to be a big part of Florida's day today. Can the Bearcats pull their first win against the Florida Gators? Feels like we're in Florida right now. Sun is shining. I'm tanning up here in the booth. It's going to be a great day for lacrosse as the referee starts to place the ball between the sticks. Haley Joyce Simpson running around that 10-yard circle. Hand is up in the air. Whistle blows. Ball is up in the air. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of the UC women's lacrosse game. For the moment, Liz Harrison had the ball and then knocked out of her stick, and the Bearcats will get a quick chance to go on the offense. Grace Jenny passing it over to Lauren Ottensmeyer. Bearcats representing their red unis today, as the Florida Gators will represent their royal blue, as Ottensmeyer takes a quick shot, running from her left to right. Loves doing that move, running left to right, shooting against the green, looking for the top left corner. That just went wide. Referee blows the whistle, not exactly sure what it's for, but Elizabeth Murphy will take it and pass it to Lindsay Dakota at X. Back to Murphy at X. She comes above GLE. She's able to find Jenny. Right back to Murphy. A couple of seniors playing catch. They'll throw in a third one with Lindsay Dakota. Here's Dakota. Spins around looking and then decides to pull out and run back to the end zone. She finds Elizabeth Murphy at X. She comes above GLE. Now outside the 12-meter fan around the 20-yard line. Finds Ottensmeyer. Here's Ottensmeyer sticking her right. A nice little footwork. She shoots and saved there by the keeper, Elise Fennell. And the Gators will go on the clear. Fennell makes a pass, a skip and a hop, and it comes into the stick of Madison Waters. Here's Waters. Able to find a couple of her teammates. They go on a fast break. And then pulling it out of the 12-meter fan, the Gators do so. They work it around at GLE, trying to step inside, shooting, and that one saved there. That was Gianna Monaco looking for a shot. And I believe they might call a free position here. It's going to be Gianna Monaco taking the free position shot for the Gators. Whistle blows, she goes, she shoots, and she scores. Gianna Monaco putting the Gators up quick. With 13:27 to go, Gators are up 1-0. Not exactly sure what happened there on the free position or why she had got the free position. Might have called shooting space. Nonetheless, the Gators able to get on the board quick. That was Monaco's 21st goal of the season. She also has 2 assists. Also has 9 ground balls and 1 draw control to add to her stat line. This draw control, again, won by Liz Harrison. Just an absolute weapon on the draw control. She starts to work it back, and the Gators will switch fields and then start to go on the offense. Whistle blows. Not sure if there's an offsides call. Or it's going to be a green card. It's going to Ava Geller. Geller seems to be a bit confused on why she's getting a green card. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. But it looks like the Bearcats will be a man down. With 13:06 for at least a minute. Geller will go to the box on the green card. Gina Thomas, is looking for an explanation. Think about the clock, but Gators have the ball right now, and they go to work on the man-up offense, and shooting space is called. And the Gators will get another chance on a free position shot on the right hash. A false start by Mia Fedorovich. I believe taking the draw is number 9, Emily Heller. Or excuse me, not the draw, the free position. Whistle blows, she shoots, and she scores. Emily Heller able to put the Gators up 2 with 12:44 to go in the first quarter. Florida showing no signs of slowing down already, as we're 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this game. A lot of game to be played. Bearcats, known for their fast starts, as they scored 4 in the first quarter against Temple, but they weren't able to close it out. This one on the ground and won again by Liz Harrison. That one stick checked out by Danny Milkvey. A good play there. Milkvey able to pick it up, and she's going to run back and start the clear. LaRufa over for Grace Hirschman. Hirschman a couple of side steps. Gets around her defenseman, and she's able to find Dakota's stick for the pass. Dakota got that one checked out. Ball is on the ground at the 30-yard line and picked up by the Gators in their defensive end. They go a fast break. They work it quick. Oh, and that one just behind the stick of Gianna Monaco. The ball couldn't be saved there by the Gators. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Bearcats ball picked up by number 9, Alexis Rich. Here's Rich, able to walk into the field. Being rode there by the Gators. Trying to get around, she does so. Rich got her first goal this year against Louisville. It was her first collegiate goal. She normally plays defense, but against Louisville, she decided to take the field. Had some space and just ran right to the cage with it and was able to put it in the back of the net. Fortunately, Bearcats lost that game 18-13. Right now with the ball is Lauren Ottensmeyer. She passes it to X for Murphy. Murphy shovels it right to Dakota. Dakota above GLE on the far side. Gets to the cage and a bouncing shot, and she scores. Lindsay Dakota able to answer. And Dakota able to find the back of the cage for that one. Cutting the lead in half with 11:20 to go. Bearcats make it 2-1. just able to get above GLE and just kind of shoots an awkward shot. It was a bit of a handcuff shot. She shoots it off the ground and into the top left of the cage. And she was able to find it and able to give the Bearcats a point on the board. This draw control, again, won by Liz Harrison, already winning 3, and then runs into Grace Jenny. And that's going to be a green card to Jenny, and she knows it as she trots to the box. Gina Thomas looking a little flustered about that, but these girls love to play hard. So the Bearcats will be a man down for a minute with 11:16 to go in the first quarter. Gators up 2-1. They work it around. It's at X now, coming above GLE. With it now. Inside the 8-meter fan, being pushed out there. Gators still working around, and that one, an errant pass from number 21, Ashley Gonzalez. That will go out of bounds and will go to the Bearcats. Picked up by Alexis Rich. She'll bring it in and is being rode hard by the Gators. Rich gets it stick checked out of her stick, able to pull it back up. And it looks like a timeout will be called by Gina Thomas, as she did not like what she saw on the clear. Florida, 2 quick goals, but the Bearcats answer from Lindsay Dakota. Florida up 2-1 with 10:36 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. Back inside Nippert Stadium, I'm your host, Alex Perez. The Bearcats able to answer with Lindsay Dakota. Here in today's game, it's Senior Day, but it's also SpongeBob SquarePants Day, one of my favorite episodes. So I might be making a lot of SpongeBob references. I apologize in advance. Not really. I'm really actually not sorry about it at all. I really love SpongeBob. Probably my favorite show to date. If you don't like SpongeBob or you were never allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid, I feel sorry for you. But yeah, that's just gonna be my 2 cents. We'll get a lot of SpongeBob references. They just played "Ripped My Pants," one of my favorite songs actually of all time. I think it's my most played song on Spotify. But nonetheless, back to the game. Cameron Callahan had the ball and then was triple teamed and eventually lost it. The whistle blows. No whistle blows. It looks like the Gators were just getting inside of the restraining line and letting their offense come to help. They decide to work it around. Still a man up now coming back onto the field is Elizabeth Murphy. In the box was Grace Jenny. But the Gators decide to work the ball around, able to find a cutter, and they get the goal. Number 24, Gabby Corey, able to find a seam right in the middle of the field. And Corey puts the lead back to 2 for the Gators with 9:52 to go in the first quarter. Gators up 3-1. Just a good play there from the Gators. able to get the Bearcats ball watching. And unfortunately for the Bearcats, it leads to a mistake, which leads to a goal. Something you don't want to see there. Is draw control on the ground right now, and again, won by Liz Harrison. She has won every single draw control so far. 5 on the day. And the Gators will get inside of the restraining line and look to get another goal. Right now, they start to work it around. It comes up to the top for number 10, Danielle Pavanelli. And getting stick checked there. A penalty's going to be called, and not a penalty, but a foul. Grace Jenny's a little disappointed with that. It was on Emily Heller. She was trying to get inside of the 8-meter fan. She did so, but they said Grace Jenny was just a little too aggressive. Taking off as Heller, she shoots and she scores, getting it past the freshman Haley Darko. And that is Heller's second of the day and her 32nd of the season. And now the Gators, with 9:11 to go, are up 4-1. Emily Heller is a 5'7" graduate student from Babyline, New York. Went to West Babyline High School. Able to get her 32nd of the season. Sits right now 3rd on the team. Emily Heller sits 3rd on the team in goals behind Maggie Hall with 33 and Danielle Pavanelli with 34. Bearcats finally able to win a draw control, and right now with it is Lauren Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer looks to get back to that hat trick streak. She had 12 consecutive games with hat tricks. Lauren Ottensmeyer did. Dakota passes it off to Elizabeth Murphy. Here's Callahan now at X. Getting the pass from Murphy, trying to come above GLE on the far side of the field. Pulls back down at X and gives it to Dakota. Here's Dakota using the crease, trying to get through, and checking call basically is called on Dakota, able to just go past her man. She knocked down Madison Waters. Madison Waters out of Powell, Ohio, went to Olentangy Liberty High School. Actually, one of my teammates, Jacob Kempo, went to Olentangy Liberty. He's a big lacrosse fan, I heard. Kempo tied on the team in points last year for the UC men's ice hockey team with new assistant coach George Zimmer. He was also the captain and president of the UC men's ice hockey team last year. So happy to have him as an assistant coach with the new hire of Chris Crane. Men's ice hockey is definitely happy to have them. Hockey and lacrosse, very similar sports. I talk about it a lot as I've played both. But nonetheless, to the box went Haley Joy Simpson. I wasn't exactly sure what happened. They gave her a green card, but right now the Gators are a man up. With it is Heller. A fake shot there from Pavanelli. She gets through and she shoots, and that one is on the ground and finally into the crease and the stick of Haley Darko. Man, she was able to sidestep a couple of defensemen and was quintuple teamed, but somehow got the shot off. But the Bearcats able to stand tall, but on the ride, the Gators able to get the ball right back as Danny Milkvey turned it over. And it looks like it's going to be another green card. It's going to Grace Hirschman this time. Grace Hirschman, one of the seniors being recognized. She started in 43 consecutive games, including today. Last year, she was an academic All-American Athletic Conference with 16 ground balls and 12 caused turnovers in 18 games started and played as well. Haley Darko, the freshman in the cage for the Bearcats, as Victoria Macris seemed to have a sling on today during the senior ceremony. Looked a little bit banged up. Hopefully Darko can fill some big shoes, as Victoria Macris was a grad transfer from Denver. Right now, a fake shot, and then pass to Pavanelli. She shoots and she scores. A great play there from Madison Waters. That was just a beautiful play set up all by Madison Waters, able to get the assist on Pavanelli's goal. Waters fakes a shot, able to get the defense of the Bearcats to bite, and then just found Pavanelli wide open in the center of the fan, and Pavanelli had all day to shoot and gets it behind Haley Darko. Gators up 5-1 with 7:09 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcast Radio. Back inside Nippert Stadium as the Bearcats trail the Florida Gators 5-1 with 7:09 to go in the first quarter. Coming out of the media timeout, playing some Stadium Rave from the Bearcats Jellyfish episode. That was a great song. That's also in my top 10 of most played all time, including Rip My Pants and Gary Come Home. That one gets you in your feels a little bit. Nonetheless, Liz Harrison, nothing's new there as she wins another draw control. That is her 6th draw control of the day. Right now, the Gators will work it inside. A fake shot there coming from number 30, Carly Wilson. And the whistle is blown. Looks like shooting space is called. And taking the shot, it looks like it's going to come from the left center hash. No, excuse me, it's going to be the right hash. And the Gators looking to make it a 6-1 game. Running to the cage and being absolutely trucked there was number 19, Maggie Hall. Not sure if that was LaRufa or Fanati, but they were able to put a body on her. And she went tumbling to the ground. Hit the weight room, and she shoots off the next free position shot, and she scores. Maggie Hall getting her first goal of the day. The Gators, with 6:36 to go in the first quarter, have a 6-1 lead over the Cincinnati Bearcats. During the Gators' 13-game win streak, they have outscored their opponents by 12.93 goals per game. And they're also averaging 19.62 goals per game over their 13-game win streak. Florida is 4-0 in the American Athletic Conference. They beat James Madison 15-7 and East Carolina 19-7, as well as Vanderbilt and Old Dominion. Vanderbilt 20-5 and Old Dominion 19-4. Like I said, their last loss came on February 17th against North Carolina by a score of 19-10. North Carolina taking that one, and Loyola, Maryland winning 18-10 against the Florida Gators. But a draw control there, won by the Bearcats, as the girls on the sideline show their excitement. And right now with the ball, it is Cameron Callahan. Callahan getting inside the 12-meter fan and then getting pushed out. Finds Ottensmeyer near the 15-yard line. She trots up and around that 12-meter fan, about 5 yards out. Now she gets inside the 8-meter fan. She shoots, and that one saved off the stick of Elise Fennell. Right now it exits the senior Julie Rose. Believe she's coming back for a 5th year, as she was not recognized in the senior ceremony, indicating that she is thinking about or already coming back, as well as Lauren Onsmeyer, who's a senior. I had her on my podcast for the Team 6 show. She discussed that she was coming back for her 5th year. She loves this game. Her and Callahan, 55 goals apiece, the only team in the nation to boast 2 50-goal scores. What a feat that is for the Bearcats. Here's Onsmeyer. Onsmeyer looks, she shoots, and saved by Fennell. Fennell read that shot all the way. Like I said, Lauren Ottensmeyer loves going from her left to her right, shooting it against the grain, looking for that top left corner. But Fennell read that all the way. And the Gators start to clear, but the ball is now on the ground. They're currently fighting for it, and finally picked up again by the Gators. That was Teresa Bragg able to escape danger. Now with it is number 42, Jackie Norsworthy. They walk inside, pulling it back out. They work it at X. Able to find a shot, and saved by Darko. What a save there. That shot coming from Maggie Hall. Haley Darko is able to stand tall and keep the ball out of the cage. And they start to clear for the Bearcats. Here's LaRufa. LaRufa being tracked down there, though, by Ashley Gonzalez. Rufa able to out-muscle her, get inside the restraining line, and pass it off to Elizabeth Murphy, who goes to X. Murphy fakes a pass, finds Callahan above GLE. Here's Callahan. A nice little sidestep move, gets inside the 8-meter fan looking for a shot, but a foul call, as I said, it was a stick check to the head, so Callahan will get a free position chance. Callahan from the left hash had a hat trick against Temple in her last game. Callahan also had a hat trick against Ohio State. The last win for the Bearcats, and 6 goals against East Carolina. Callahan shoots and saved by Fennell. 4:08 to go in the first quarter. Gators start the clear. They are up 6-1. Running with the ball now. It's Carly Wilson. Getting inside the 8-meter fan and being hit hard there by Alexis Rich. No, I think it was actually Kimora Bailey. Tripped up one of the Gators players. It looked like Maggie Hall. It was Maggie Hall. She's going to get a free position chance from the right hash of the fan. She goes in, she shoots, and she gets it past Haley Darko. Maggie Hall scoring the 2 pass goals for the Gators to give them a 7-1 lead with 3:46 to go in the first quarter. Just a hard shot there from Maggie Hall after Kimora Bailey upended her. A bad bounce for the Bearcats as they are down 7-1. Not an ideal situation for the Bearcats. And to take the draw control now for the Bearcats against Liz Harrison is Julie Rose, as Danny Milkfeed was not having a lot of success. And Julie Rose able to win this one. A great job there from Rose. She's able to find LaRufa. She has to go back and uses the referee as kind of a pick. To get away from her defenseman now with it is Grace Hirschman. Trying to get inside the restraining line, being defended there, gets pushed back to the 40, able to find Julie Rose, who gets inside of the 30-yard line mark and finds Allie Keith. Here's Keith with it. Keith at the 20-yard line on the near side, starts trotting towards the middle of the field, in between the hash marks of the football field, and then dishes it out to Lauren Ottensmeyer outside the 12-meter fan. Now at X with it is Dakota getting the pass from Ottensmeyer. She gets above GLE and comes back down. Still looking, finds Keith. Here's Keith outside the 12-meter fan. Lauren Ottensmeyer being defended hard there. That was Maria Pensini on there. And now here's Callahan getting the pass from Keith. Callahan trying to show her footwork. She shoots, and that one saved by Fennell. Bearcats can't find anything right now as Madison Waters on the clear takes off. She's got some speed. Throws a pass way over the head of number 14, Hannah Heller. And that one goes out of bounds, and it will be Bearcats' ball. Here's Grace Hirschman. She's got the ball, finds Keith, and then over to Jenny. Jenny to the near side for Dakota. Dakota inside the restraining line, now at the 20-yard line, finds Grace Jenny, trying to get inside that 8-meter fan, gets pushed to below GLE, and now Grace Jenny with it at X. Finds Callahan. Ottensmeyer at the hash mark, the left hash. Ottensmeyer trying to dodge in. She shoots, and she scores! A beautiful play there from Lauren Ottensmeyer. 1:50 remaining in the first quarter. Ottensmeyer makes it 7-2. But just great speed, able to get around her defenseman and just run down the lane. And just rips it low left corner past Fennell to give the Bearcats their second goal of the day. So Lauren Ottensmeyer able to give the Bearcats a little bit of life here before the end of the first quarter with 1:50 remaining. And to take the draw control again, it will be Rose and Harrison. Not exactly sure what's the holdup right now. I think there's maybe some problem with substitutions. Looks like the scorekeeper is holding it up right now. I think the Bearcats had too many on the field, so they had to pull one of their players off, and it was going to be Allie Keith. So the Bearcats getting the most recent goal from Lauren Ottensmeyer. And this draw control won by Liz Harrison. She was able to get her win back against Julie Rose, and now the Gators, they go on the offense. Running with it now is Heller. She's able to dish it off. Here's Pavanelli. Works it to X. And the Gators looking to set up their offense. Now trotting onto the field is Josie Hahn. With it is Waters to Pavanelli. They work it below GLE. Now at X, getting to the center in that one, I believe, saved by Darko. Picked up by Monaco. Monaco had the quick shot. She was below GLE and able to find a shot there. No. Pulled it back there was Josie Hahn. She thought about shooting and then decided not to. Here's Waters with it. They work it around. Now it exits Monaco. Looks. Able to find, and shooting space is called. And with it, I believe it's going to be Danielle Pavanelli. Pavanelli will get the free position shot. She goes. She shoots. Save by Darko. And the ball is picked up by Haley Joy Simpson. A good save there from Haley Darko. Here's Simpson able to find Jenny. Jenny on the far side. Trying to get past, and a foul is called. It looks like it's going to be a green card to the Gators, so the Bearcats will go a man up. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Could pull this lead back to within 3. Jenny starts with it right at the 32-yard line, right around the numbers. Just 2 yards from the restraining line. Here's Jenny. Gina Thomas yelling at Allie Keith to come off the field. Could hear her all the way from the press box. Right now with it is Callahan. Passes it out to Haley Joy Simpson. Finds Ottensmeyer over for Geller. Bearcats trying to work it around quick. Ottensmeyer now back with it at the top of the fan. Tried to sidestep a couple of defensemen and lost her footing, so has to turn around and pass it back out. Here's Haley Joy Simpson, able to find Callahan in the center. A little shovel pass to Murphy. A fake shot, shoots it, and Dakota scores! Great ball work, ball movement from the Bearcats there, as Elizabeth Murphy able to find Lindsay Dakota, cutting from the far side of the crease right to the center. And Dakota gets her second of the day, only had 2 on the season. And she matches that with 2 goals here in the first quarter. Elizabeth Murphy getting her 13th assist of the season. Bearcats were so excited about that one, they put a SpongeBob graphic up of him smiling. Hooray, SpongeBob! Bearcats themes are usually pretty wild. I know at the Bearcats baseball game on Tuesday, they office night. I know a couple of times they've also had Swifty nights for the volleyball games, as well as the baseball games. I think we should have Patrick and SpongeBob do the commentating on this like they do on the NFL games on CBS, like they did during the Super Bowl. Excuse me, it was on Nickelodeon. And this ball is won by the Bearcats. Here's Keith. They have 2 seconds. Keith looks like she's going to hold it, gives it to Ottensmeyer, and the time runs out. Gators jumped out to a 7-1 lead, but Bearcats answered with 2 with Ottensmeyer and Dakota each getting a goal. Bearcats trail 7-3 against the Gators. That's the end of the first quarter. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. Back inside this for the start of the second quarter. I'm your host, Alex Perez. Bearcats trail the Gators 7-3 as they switch ends of the field. Julie Rose will be taking the draw control for the Bearcats. And on the Gators side, it'll be number 6, Liz Harrison, the 5'8" senior from Lake Worth, Florida. And this draw control won by the Gators. They went backwards first and then decided to go into the restraining line. And now they look to work the offense. Able to find a cutter and then being pushed down. She was triple teamed. Gators had a shot. And it'll be a free position chance from the center hash from Danielle Pavanelli. She was able to get a cut, got the pass. Looks like they'll move her to the left center hash, but nonetheless, she got the pass. It was triple teamed and then just got pushed down. But that free position shot, she's able to put it past Darko. And the Florida Gators are up 8-3 now against the Bearcats. That is Pavanelli's second of the day, with 14:36 left in the second quarter. 24 seconds ticked off the clock before the Gators struck first in the quarter. The Gators are led by their head coach, Amanda O'Leary. It's her 15th season in the Gators program, 395 and 124 all-time in her 29 years of coaching at Florida. She has 233 wins to her 59 losses. She has been hired since Florida's inaugural lacrosse team on June 22nd, 2007, and was able to build the program in those 15 seasons so far. This one ball on the ground and picked up by Allie Keith as the Gators were looking to strike again, but the Bearcats defense stood their ground there. Here's LaRufa, able to find Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer running with it. She's on the far side of the field, finds Geller now. Geller losing her footing and having to pass it off quickly. Ball is on the ground, but able to pick it up is Cameron Callahan. Callahan down to Lindsay Dakota. Dakota at X. Trying to come above GLE. Thinks twice about it. Now comes above GLE, and now she's running back to X. Now back above GLE. Faking herself out there. Here's Lauren Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer. Spin move to her left. She shoots. Sticking her left hand. You rarely see that from her. But Fennell able to read that on the way, and they start to clear. The ball was on the ground, but picked up again by the Gators. And they're able to run it that pass over the head. That was Celeste Forte trying to make a pass. It was over the head of her teammates. But luckily they were able to pick up the ground ball, and they're now inside the restraining line with the ball at X. Pavanelli cutting, asking for the pass, but they couldn't find her. The Gators work it around. Finding the center, and Pavanelli got a shot off, but just wide. And first to the ball were the Gators. 48 seconds on the shot clock, 12:40 in the quarter. Gators still working it around. Now up to the top, Carly Wilson. And that shot just went wide. I'm not sure who it came from. Carly Wilson made a pass, but there was two blue jerseys in the air and didn't see which stick it landed in. Nonetheless, Gators got a shot off and were first to the end line, so they keep possession of the ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to sidestep her man. She shoots and saved by Haley Darko. A good save there. Coming from the stick of Paisley Egan. Egan for the Gators trying to get a goal. But Haley Darko said no. Right now with it is Ava Geller as the Bearcats cleared quickly. Still have plenty of the shot clock to work with. Try to find Haley Joy Simpson. Ball is on the ground. Simpson able to outmuscle her man, but they're going to call her for a foul. And it'll go to the Gators. A lot of fans disagreeing with that call. As one of the fans said, "Ref, that was terrible." Not sure if I completely disagree with him. Don't think those were the words I would use, though. And a foul there called on the Gators. There will be a green card. And that's going to go to Teresa Bragg. So the Bearcats, 8-3, they trail. See if they can tack on one on this man advantage for a minute with 11:16 to go. Geller starts with it at the 50-yard line and passes it into the restraining line for Lindsay Dakota, who gives it to Murphy at X. Back to Dakota. Dakota running to X. She's got it. Finds Jenny. Up to the top now. Here's Geller to Ottensmeyer. They work it around quickly. Here's Dakota now. She's got 2 goals on the day. Seam pass all the way to Ava Geller. A lot of sticks in the area, able to thread the needle. And now here's Ottensmeyer at the top. Over to Jenny at the left hash. Back to Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer fakes a shot. She gets through, and she shoots, and just wide. Great play there from Lauren Ottensmeyer. Faked a shot, able to get through 2 sticks of the defense. And that one, Elizabeth Murphy trying to find Cameron Callahan. But it popped off the top of her stick and into the stick of the Gators. And they start to clear. It was Fennell making the save. Now with it on the near side is Celeste Forte. Able to get inside the restraining line with it is Josie Hahn. Hahn to the far side of the field now. That's Pavanelli. The Gators start to work the ball around. Able to find Waters in that one just off of her stick and into the stick of Alexis Rich. So a turnover for the Gators and a clear for the Bearcats. Here's Darko. Finds Rich. Rich on the far side gets inside the 30-yard line in the midfield. And that pass intercepted, and now it's a breakaway chance. Oh, and a bad pass there from the Gators. A breakaway chance still. A 2-on-2 shot and scored there from Gianna Monaco. Well, the Gators, what looked like a for sure goal, shouldn't say a for sure goal, I should say a for sure breakaway chance. Maggie Hall was all alone at the 30-yard line. Alexis Rich had made a pass, trying to make it a 20-yard pass across the field. The Gators were able to read it all the way, and they tried to give it to Maggie Hall, who was wide open on the 25-yard line. It essentially looked like a 4-on-0 for the Gators. But Maggie Hall ended up dropping the pass, picked it back up. That allowed time for the Bearcats to get back. But the Gators able to use that to their advantage as the Bearcats were still kind of scrambling defensively on who to take, as Monaco and Maggie Hall were coming together down the field. Hall picks the ball up, able to draw both of her defenders, and Maggie Hall is just wide open in this on the right side of the 8-meter fan. And Gianna Monaco able to put it in behind Haley Darko. And the Gators are up 9-3. That goal coming with 9:26 remaining in the second quarter. And now the Bearcats, they do win the draw control, so they look to answer back with 9:02 remaining. Jenny with it. Right now, double teamed at X, try to shovel past her Dakota. And luckily, a foul called on the Gators bails the Bearcats out. So Dakota will be able to start with the ball in the end box, behind the cage. And Dakota runs with it. She has it at X. And looking for help Also looking for cutters. This time she just passes it off to Lauren Ottensmeyer above the 12-meter fan. Ottensmeyer gets inside the 12-meter fan. Inside the 8. Peels back out. Trying to find a cutter. She finds Geller. Geller shoots. And saved there by Fennell. Here's Waters for the Gators. Madison Waters able to find a teammate. And then running down there was Hannah Heller. And shooting space, Hannah Heller able to pass it off to Monaco, who just scored the most recent goal for the Gators. Monaco got shooting space called, so she'll get a free possession shot from the right hash. Gianna Monaco, the sophomore from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Went to Lenape High School. She shoots. No, it's a fake pass. And a great chance there from Monaco to her teammate, Ashley Gonzalez. But a fake shot. She had me fooled. She had me hoodwinked, bamboozled, speckeldorfed. It's not even a word, and I agree with you. Little SpongeBob reference. A free position chance, and she scores. Ashley Gonzalez to put the Gators up 10-3. 7:50 remaining in the second quarter. And the Gators are in full control of this game. They're driving the boatmobile. So Gonzalez getting her first of the day. Bearcats trail 10-3 against the Gators with 7:50 to go in the second quarter. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. Back inside Nippert Stadium as the Jellyfish Jam wraps up. And they start playing Cotton Eye Joe, but the Jellyfish Jam, such a great song. A lot of quality moments from SpongeBob. They've got the Jellyfish Jam graphic up on the scoreboard here at Nippert Stadium. Bearcats trail 10-3 against the Gators here on Senior Day, April 20th. Whistle blows, and Liz Harrison just outstanding on the draw controls today. I believe that is her 9th win, 9th draw control win of the day. And the Gators now get a chance to extend their lead to 8. Bearcats not going to go down without a fight, though. Right now, the Gators start to wheel it around. A whistle blows. Might be a 3-second violation on Grace Hirschman. She's inside the 8-meter fan without a defense, or excuse me, without an attacker in her area. Almost similar to basketball, you can't stand inside the paint for 3 seconds. Same for lacrosse. Whistle blew for the free position shot and then quickly blew again. Pavanelli is taking the shot on the left center hash. She got tripped up as she went to the cage, but the whistle had already blown. Not exactly sure what for, but Pavanelli will redo it in the left center hash. And a false start on Haley Joy Simpson. And that is going to be a green card to the Bearcats. So Simpson will go to the box. 7:18 remaining in the first half. Haley Joy Simpson goes to the box on the false start. So the Gators are going to be a man up unless Pavanelli scores here. The Gators can utilize their offense. Pavanelli gets a pass and saved there by Darko. Pavanelli passed it to Maggie Hall, but Hall couldn't find the cage. Pavanelli with it again, trying to get through a couple of defensemen. And in the traffic, she crashes to the ground. And it looks like it's going to be another free position chance for Danielle Pavanelli. Pavanelli from the center. Whistle blows. She shoots. Saved by Darko. The rebound gathered up by the Gators. Hall with it at X. And now they work it around, and a shot there, and the Gators score. Believe that came from Gabby Corey. Nonetheless, the Gators up 11-3. Just all over the Bearcats. Absolutely tearing up their offense. Still waiting on the official goal. It looks like it was Gonzalez who scored the goal. So Gonzalez will get her second of the day. Very hard to read the numbers on the Florida jerseys from up here. It's got a very fat lettering, and it's the best way I could describe it. A fat font with the sun beaming down too on the orange numbers. It's very hard to read from up here. Nonetheless, the Gators with an 11-3 lead. A good stick check there from Fanati, as looking to take the shot was Paisley Egan. But a good job there from Sophia Fanati, able to knock the ball out of her stick. And the Bearcats get the ball, but a foul called on Milkfee. A quick fast break chance, and scored by Hall. Milkfee was very upset on that one. I don't even know what the call was for. I don't think, it didn't look like Milkfee had done anything out of the ordinary. But the Gators were able to get the ball right back, and Maggie Hall able to find the back of the cage, and that's her first hat trick. Her hat trick of the day. She's got 3 in this 12-3 game for the Gators. .6:18 remaining in the second quarter, and the Gators are up 12-3. That last goal coming from Maggie Hall. Ball is on the ground, and it looks like a foul to the Bearcats. It will be Gators ball. And now the Gators work it around. At X, they work it. With it was Hall. And now they pass it up to the top and finding a cutter. That's Gabby Corey with it, able to peel back out, though, to Pavanelli, trying to find Corey. A foul, and it looks like it's going to be the Gators getting a free position chance once again. Hirschman ended up falling from that call, and she looks a little upset, trying to draw the foul. But it goes to the Gators, and taking the free position shot right at the center is Gabby Corey. Whistle blows. She shoots, saved by Darko. Got to give it to Darko. She's faced a lot of shots today. This is a great Florida team. That's her 6th save of the day. But the Gators regain possession immediately. The Gators work it around. Here at X. Trying to find a cutter, and shot and scored. It's Pavanelli. No, that was not Pavanelli. That was Carly Wilson. So Carly Wilson, the 5'2" midfielder from Villanova, Pennsylvania, able to give the Gators a 13-3 lead. And with that, the running clock will start. 4:51 remaining. So the Gators now up 10. The running clock in effect, as when a team goes up by 10 goals in women's lacrosse, running clock starts unless the team pulls within 9. And this draw control won by the Bearcats. Harrison got pushed down by Julie Rose. But the Bearcats looking to go back to work. Here's Geller. Geller being double teamed to the corner, trying to escape it. Able to for the moment. And she finds Lindsay Dakota. Great job there from Geller. Gina Thomas and Geller seem to be not on the same page there, as she starts to direct her team. Ottensmeyer with it at the left hash. She'll wait for the setup, and able to find Murphy on the far side. Here's Callahan. Callahan in the center. Peels back out. Looks. Gives it to Murphy at X. Here's Dakota now as Murphy passes it off. Dakota coming to the far side of the cage. Finds Geller. Geller trying to draw the foul. She does, and it'll be a free position shot for Ava Geller from the right center hash. Gina Thomas looks a bit upset. Not exactly sure about what. Nonetheless, Ava Geller will get a free position shot from the right center hash. She shoots and saved by Fennell. So the Gators able to keep that 10-goal lead, as Geller tried to pull it within 9, but could not do so as Fennell read the shot all the way. Running with it now, it's Hannah Heller. And then she peels back out after dishing it off to Pavanelli, and the Gators start to work it around. Right now it's Hall. Hall with it in the end zone. Standing right at the S in the end of Bearcats. Right below it, and then she passes it off. It's Pavanelli. Looks, fakes. They work the ball quickly, and a quick shot there from Madison Waters. And now the Gators are up 14-3 against the Bearcats. Madison Waters able to get that goal, getting a quick pass from Maggie Hall. And with 2:12 remaining and running in the second quarter, Gators are up 14-3. UC men's baseball also plays today at 2 o'clock at UC Baseball Stadium. against the University of Houston. Florida is ranked 9th in the country with their 13-2 record. And the Bearcats 0-2 this season against ranked opponents, against Michigan and James Madison. Right now find themselves in an 11-goal hole. Can they climb out of it? Right now, Ottensmeyer with it. They did win the draw control. Ottensmeyer trying to dodge. She gets to the cage. A spin move, and that one just wide off of Dakota. Dakota was in the line of fire after Ottensmeyer shot it. Ball went out of bounds, but because it was a shooting motion, Bearcats stay with it. Here's Dakota at X. Fakes a pass, gets a stick check there, picks the ground ball back up. Dakota gets a stick checked again, looking for a hat trick, and she gets it. But it looks like there might have been a foul called before the goal. Or they might call it after. No, it looks like the goal is going to stand. So Lindsay Dakota coming into today's game with 2 goals on the season, gets 3 in today's game. As the beep beep boop boop bop bop, beep boop bop 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 plays. But AI and robots could not call that one with that excitement, as Lindsay Dakota gets her first hat trick of the season. So the Bearcats start with the ball as the yellow card was given right after the goal. And the Bearcats have a chance now to pull it within 9. Here's Callahan. At the top of the fan, works it to Keith. The Bearcats going to work the ball quickly, it looks like. Here's Ottensmeyer, finds Keith at the top of the fan. Over to the far side for Geller, to Murphy. Murphy back up to Geller. Looks, able to find Joya off of her stick, though. The ball is on the ground, and the Gators able to start the clear. 20 seconds on the clock. And that pass all the way to Heller. Here's Heller, finds Waters. Waters running down, able to find the far side. Can the Gators strike back? Oh, on the fast break, and that pass out of the stick of Ashley Gonzalez and out of bounds. 3 seconds remaining. Hirschman with it, and that will end the quarter and the half. Gators up 14-4 against the Bearcats. Bearcats do have a man advantage for 1:15 at most, unless they score in that time to get it to 9 goals. Here on Senior Day, April 20th, and SpongeBob Day, it's halftime at Nippert Stadium for the UC Women's Lacrosse. Bearcats trail 14-4. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. back inside Nippert Stadium as we start the third quarter for the Bearcats and the Gators. I'm your host, Alex Perez. Bearcats trail 14-4 against the Florida Gators. Right now, the Gators being led by Maggie Hall in the scoring with a hat trick. Pavanelli, Heller, and Gonzalez, as well as Gianna Monaco, each with 2. And then Madison Waters, Corey, and Falk, each with 1 goal apiece. On the Bearcat side, Dakota. Lindsay Dakota, not a name you really hear on the goal-scoring side of things, usually an assist playmaker, but she has a hat trick today for the Bearcats, alongside Lauren Ottensmeyer having having 1 goal as well. To add to the Bearcats' 4 goals. Off this draw control, a foul called on the Bearcats. A running clock is in effect for the time being, unless the Bearcats pull within 9. They trail by 10. Right now, the Gators with it, and they're just winding some clock down. A little bit of gamesmanship. With it right now is Hall at the 10-yard line. She kind of walks and decides to finally pass it. And now the Gators get to work. Here's Waters with it at the top of the fan, able to find Heller. They work it around. Pavanelli now to X. Gets it back. Pavanelli works it to Heller at the top of the fan now for Waters, but way outside of the 25-yard line. Egan down to X. The Gators still working it around. Bring it around town as these girls just keep working the ball around. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Now at X. Gators still working with it. Trying to find cutters. Waters was cutting. Wasn't open. Here's Heller. Now the Gators ramping up the energy. Here's a pass. Gonzalez giving it to X. Now up to the top. It's Waters. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Able to find Egan. Egan gives it to X. 2 seconds and 1. The Gators are not going to get a shot off. A shot clock violation. No. They finally call the shot clock violation. It was way past before a whistle had blown. But finally, the whistle did blow, and the Bearcats now on the clear. Here's Ava LaRufa. LaRufa finds Milkvey at the center of the C-paw. To the far side for Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer runs down, gives it to Callahan. Callahan inside the 8-meter fan, pulls back out over to Joya. Joya finds Murphy. Murphy pulls it back up, and it looks like a foul is going to be called. It's going to be a free position chance from the right pie slice for Kylie Joya. Here's Kylie Joya. Looks, finds Callahan. Callahan sidesteps, shoots into the stick of Fennell, and the Gators will start the clear. Fennell, outstanding today in net. That's her 10th save of the day. And now the Gators go with it. Here's Egan. Egan passes it out off the stick there of Gianna Monaco. Bounced off of her stick and out of bounds, and it's a turnover for the Gators, and the Bearcats will start the clear. Haley Darko with it in her crease, steps out and makes a pass to LaRufa on the near side. LaRufa back to Darko. Darko looking for help in the middle of the field. She finds Allie Keith. Keith, she runs with it. Peels right at the 30-yard line for the Bearcats and goes back towards her own cage for Haley Darko. Darko to Alexis Rich. Rich with it. Finds Keith again in the middle of the field. Here's Fanati. Fanati giving it to Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer being double teamed, able to keep the ball in her stick. Finds Murphy to Dakota. Dakota at X. She's looking. Finds Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer holds and then finally passes it to the near side for Haley Joy Simpson at the right hash. Simpson trying to get inside the 8-meter fan. A nice little sidestep move, but loses the ball in doing so, and it's a turnover for Haley Joy Simpson, and now the Gators go on a fast break. They have a 5-on-4 chance. Running with it now is Hannah Heller. Gets to the 12-meter fan, inside the 8-meter fan. Shooting space is called, and it'll be a free position shot for Hannah Heller. Getting in the way of that was Sophia Finati. 10:42 remaining in the third quarter. Taking a free position shot from the center is Heller. Heller walks in, fake shot, and then she shoots and scores. Top left by Darko, making it 15-4 for the Gators. (10-11) to go in the third quarter. Gators up 11. And Hannah Heller with her sister on the team, Emily Heller, already having 2 goals today. Hannah Heller decides to make it a goal herself as the clock keeps on running. It will be the Bearcats, Julie Rose, and the Gators, Liz Harrison in the draw control. Ball is on the ground and picked up again by the Gators. And able to sidestep there, picking up the draw control was Carly Wilson. Peels back out and finds Monaco. Monaco to X for Gonzalez. Now back up to the top, Pavanelli. Over to the far side for Heller, Emily Heller. Able to work it around to the center, and they score. Pavanelli getting the pass there from Emily Heller. Danielle Pavanelli to add on another goal to her total of 3. So Pavanelli gets the hat trick. And the Gators up 16-4 with 8:35 ticking here in the first quarter, or excuse me, the third quarter. This draw control won again by Liz Harrison. Harrison today has 12 draw controls alone to the Bearcats' team total of 7. Just an absolute outstanding player, especially in that draw control. Almost like a Fogo in men's lacrosse, face-off, get-off. Coming into today's game with 175 on the season, Pavanelli got the ball and shooting space was called. So Pavanelli will get a free position chance on the left hash of the fan. She received a pass and fake shot. Shooting space was called as Fedorovich was in the way. But now Danielle Pavanelli, the 5'9" senior, she gets through, gets hit, and falls to the ground. Pavanelli looks a little slow to get up. Maybe a little bit of turf burn. Walks under her own power as she will take another free position chance. Bearcats are playing physical. Pavanelli will get the free position chance from the left center hash. 6:48 remaining. Gators up 16-4. Pavanelli shoots and she scores to give it 4 goals for her on the day and 17 for the Gators. Bearcats trail 17-4. 6:29 remaining in the third quarter. And as they go to media timeout, so will we. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. Back inside Nippert Stadium, where the Bearcats trail the Florida Gators 17-4. Here on Senior Day, SpongeBob Reference Day. Well, not SpongeBob Reference, but SpongeBob Day here at Nippert Stadium for the women's lacrosse game. 6:29 remaining in the third quarter. Ball is still on the ground for the draw control. It's also 4:20. A couple of you know what that means. Baseball team also playing today at 2 p.m. against the Houston Cougars. Bearcats lost to Xavier in a midweek, 6-4 on a controversial home run call. Xavier ended up taking the series of the season 2-1 to the Bearcats. So unfortunately for the Bearcats baseball, they fell to Xavier. Their crosstown rival, just about 10 minutes away, separates the two campuses. Right now the Bearcats have the ball. Joya trying to find the center. Allie Keith, ball is on the ground and picked up. No, right into the stick of Allie Keith. It looked like the Gators had it. But Pavanelli is in the box for a minute. She had a green card. Bearcats going to work. Here's Murphy. Able to find Dakota at X. They work it around. Here's Ottensmeyer. A fake shot. Shooting space is called. And Ottensmeyer will get a free position shot from the left hash of the right fan, or of the fan. Last night, the Bearcats did win against the Houston Cougars 6-4. A whistle blew. I believe it was a shot clock violation. And it goes to the Gators. 5 minutes remaining. Coming out of the box is Pavanelli. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit as there's some debris on the field. But now the Gators go to work with it as Hannah Heller gets inside and is able to find Danielle Pavanelli. The Gators start to work it around at X. Comes to the far side, up to the top of the fan for Madison Waters. Waters finds Pavanelli on the near side. She works it to X. Here's Gonzalez at X now. Still working it around. Up to the top. Pavanelli now to the near side. Pavanelli down to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets inside. Shooting space called on the Rufa. And it's going to be a free position chance from the left center hash. Nope, it looks like it's going to be the left hash. Ashley Gonzalez has 2 on the day. Looking to get a hat trick herself. Gonzalez shoots, and that one way over the cage. Closest to the ball was Alexis Rich. Good play there from Rich, and it will be Bearcats' ball. Some substitutions for the Bearcats. Alexis Rich at X, whistle blows, play resumes. And Rich now has the field wide open. She's able to find Milkfee. She set a single season program record for draw controls last year with 114, beating her sister's previous record. Lauren Ottensmeyer took a tumble. Not by herself, though. Was pushed by a couple of Gators. So it will be Bearcats' ball. Here's Murphy at X. Finds Dakota. Dakota filling her space, Murphy's space at X, and then gives it to Joya at X. A little shovel pass. Here's Joya trying to get to the crease. And she gets tripped up, and it's a foul. Here's Joya at the end box. Passes it off to Murphy. Murphy loves using her left hand. She's in her left hand. Stick in her left hand. Finds Dakota now at X as she came above GLE. Dakota now above GLE. She's trying to work the crease. Can she make it 4 for today? Finds Grace Jenny, and that one in and out of the stick of Jenny. Ball on the ground. Picked up, though, by Wolf. Lexi Wolf with it. Peels out. Finds Callahan. Over to Ottensmeyer at the top of the fan. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Ottensmeyer gets in. She shoots, and saved by Fennell. Read that shot all the way. Ottensmeyer, like it. Sound like a broken record. She loves doing that. Shooting to her left. running to her right. But Fennell's figured her out right now. Waters shoots it off the crossbar. Waters able to find a cut, open field for the Gators. Gets the pass and just ripped it off the crossbar. And the Bearcats able to keep one off the scoreboard there as they start to clear. And here's Ottensmeyer over to Grace Jenny. Back to Ottensmeyer, over to Callahan on the far side. Callahan getting inside the 12-meter fan, looking to get inside the 8-meter fan. And gets double-teamed and peels out, gives it to Ottensmeyer. Ball on the ground, picked back up. Ottensmeyer to Callahan. Callahan switches sticks from right to left and then passes it right back to Lauren Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer inside the 8-meter fan. She looks, she shoots, and just wide. And that one goes out of bounds, but Murphy was closest to the ball. She'll pick it back up and resume play. 57 seconds on the shot clock. And now here's Haley Joy Simpson. She shoots and she scores. Beautiful play there from Kylie Joya. Kylie Joya was at X. Joya was at X. And Simpson cut down from the top of the 8-meter fan. And Joya able to find Simpson as she cuts down. Gets it right to her stick. Simpson with the quick low shot. And scores. And the Bearcats still down 17-5, but do find themselves on the scoreboard here in the third quarter with their first goal of the quarter. Wind's picking up a little bit as they just showed the baseball stadium flags flapping around. And this one, again, won by Liz Harrison. She gets trucked in the center of the field, and it'll be a foul on Grace Jenny Harrison coming off. Looked like she was holding her hand at the moment, but seems to be okay. But that will run out the time for the third quarter. Bearcats trail 17-5 to the Florida Gators. We'll be starting the fourth quarter in a couple of minutes. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. Back for the start of the fourth quarter. The Bearcats trail the Gators 17-5 with 15 minutes remaining in this game. For the SpongeBob Day reference, they just did a chocolate toss. Chocolate? Did you say chocolate? I love chocolate. Chocolate is good. I like Kit Kats. I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Patrick also has a great quote in that episode where he says, I love you. I love women's lacrosse. I'm their #1 fan. I've said it all year. I will proudly admit it on air. As the Gators won the draw control. Now to the near side, it's Bree Katz. Katz able to dish it off. And the Gators putting in some of their bench to give some more girls some playing time. They work it around. Up to the top. Looking to get inside is Gabby Corey. She already has a goal today. But then peels back out, and now the Gators just killing some time. Still trying to get some offense going. At X with it now is Heller. Passes it out. Trying to find a shot. Looks like there was Kate Isaacson looking for a cutter. And ended up falling to the field was Delaney Radin. As she was looking for her, the ball is in Haley Joy Simpson's stick right now, and then it popped out. But she picks up the ground ball. She gets inside the restraining line. She uses Ottensmeyer as a pick, spins off her defenseman, and then finds Ottensmeyer to dish it off, too. Over to Geller. Whistle blows. And it looks like it's going to be a free position chance for Cameron Callahan on the left side. Not exactly sure what happened. I think they said they were holding Haley Joy Simpson right at the left hash of the fan. Whistle blows for the free position shot, but it looks like it'll be a full start on the Gators, so we'll go to Callahan again on the left hash. Callahan, a native of Upper Arlington, Ohio. Just about an hour and a half away from Cincinnati. 15 minutes outside of Columbus. She takes off. She shoots in that one off the leg. Rebounded to Onsmeyer into the stick of Dakota, and that one just wide. Dakota was looking for her 4th goal of the day. But Elise Fennell stands tall. All 5'8" of her. And was able to keep the ball out of the cage. And the girls for the Gators going on the counterattack here. Up to the top of the fan. They work it around Heller. Ball at X now. Back up inside the 12-meter fan. A fake shot there. Running and shooting and scoring. That is number 0, Kate Isaacson. Out of Worthington, Ohio. Another suburb of Columbus. Kate Isaacson able to find her first goal of the day to make it an 18-5 game, 11:33 remaining in the 4th quarter and ticking with the running clock. Bearcats trying to come back. And another draw control won by Liz Harrison. And now they work it around. Gators with it again. At X. With it is Leah Flobeck. Comes above GLE and she finds Ava Teague. And now they work it around. Gators at X, now up to the top. Ball in the stick of Madison Waters. She dishes it off to Paisley Egan. Gators still with the ball, working around, killing some time, juicing the ball a lot. And it looks like shooting space is called on the Bearcats. And in the left pie slice with it, it's going to be Delaney Radin. She shoots, and that one over the cage. Radin actually passed it to X for Ava Ty. And Ty shot it over the cage, and first to the ball was Grace Jenny. So the Bearcats start the clear. In for the Bearcats in the cage for the fourth quarter is Ashley Lapp, a senior out of Missouri City, Texas. And a shot there from Ava Geller, a bouncer off the post. Just unfortunately couldn't find the back of the cage. Just a couple inches to the right. And she would have scored. Right now the ball is Dakota. Here's Dakota, gives it off to Murphy at X. Here's Murphy. Passes it up to the top for Lauren Ottensmeyer. Ottensmeyer running to her left. Spin move back to her right. Great defense there, though, from number 8 of the Florida Gators, Delaney Radin. Here's Ottensmeyer to Dakota. Dakota finding Simpson and just out of her stick. She was able to shield that ball away. She could have put it in the back of the cage if she had more time to shoot. Nonetheless, it ended up in the stick of Fennell for the Gators. And the Gators now going on the track, and Ottensmeyer, she gets a call. Not exactly sure what Ottensmeyer threw her stick in frustration. I thought she was going to the box, but no, she just switches her sticks. And right now, the Gators still with it. No fouls called. They have the ball. They work it around. The ball comes to number 3, McKenna Harrington, out of Powell, Ohio. Went to Olentangy Liberty. Went to high school with number 6 of the UC men's ice hockey team, Jacob Kempa. Gators trying to work it around. They try to feed it into the center of the crease, and they lost it, and now it's Sophia Finati with it. She's running, being double teamed, able to pull back and gives it over to Ava Geller, but the whistle sounds. It looks like Gina Thomas is going to take a timeout as the Bearcats trail 18-5, 7:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. You're listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcats Radio. back inside Nippert Stadium as the SpongeBob Day theme continues as they play the Goofy Goober Rock. Kind of rocking it down here in the booth. Rocking and locking. As the Bearcats come out of the timeout. Right now the Gators are Goofy Goober rocking with an 18-5 lead over the Bearcats. Maybe some victory screeches for them afterwards. And a couple lead-a-lead-a-lees. Here's Lauren Ottensmeyer over to Haley Joy Simpson. They work it to X. Here's Murphy. Murphy's got it. To Dakota. The graphic of the SpongeBob still plays. No sound, though. One of the best movies ever made. Here's a shot from Dakota, and that one off the pipe. And the Gators will come away with it, and it looks like it's going to be a yellow card to Haley Joy Simpson. 2 minutes in the box for Simpson. Not exactly sure what the call was for. Nonetheless, the Gators will be up 2 minutes with 6:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Whistle blows. And now they work it around. Gators to the far side of the field. They get inside the restraining line. And they start to work the ball. Isaacson working it to X. And it comes to the stick of Alyssa DC. Gators still with it. Ball in Ava Ty's stick. She looks for a pass, and that one is turned over. And Hirschman picks up the ground ball. Hirschman runs with it to the near side of the field. Looking for some substitutions to come on and give it to her. Gators doing a great job on this ride. LaRufa able to give a quick pass to Geller on the near side as the Bearcats are a man down, but looking to strike. Here's Geller, able to get around a couple of defensemen. She shoots it just wide. And as she shoots it, she goes tumbling to the ground, and it looks like she was a little banged up, but seems to be okay. Kind of limps it off, and she's got the ball within in her stick now and gives it off to Dakota. Here's Murphy now, stick in her left hand. Dakota finds Dakota. And Geller picks up the ground ball as Dakota made that pass just a little bit over her stick. 5:29 remaining. Dakota at X now. Looks up to the top for Callahan. Callahan, she's been quiet all day. Gators have done a great job of keeping her out of the center of the fan. Dakota able to find Keith. She shoots a bouncing shot and just wide. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Geller. Geller steps inside, trying to get to the crease. Looks, trying to spin move, 3 seconds. She's going to have to shoot it quick. That pass intercepted. Shot clock violation, but it didn't matter as it already went to the Gators' possession. On the bad pass from Ava Geller. And that pass over the head of Sam Hughes. So the ball will go back to the Bearcats. With it now is Alexis Rich. She's looking for her second goal. It was almost similar to how she did it against Louisville. Just ran right down the center of the fan, but they were able to stop her, and Geller able to get inside, shoot, and score. Ava Geller able to shoot a bouncing ball in between the legs of Elise Fennell. And Geller able to get her 18th goal of the season. And it is now 18-6. Bearcats trail by 12 with 3:52 remaining in the fourth quarter and counting. So 3:20 and counting. Draw control up for Rose and Harrison. And this one won by Julie Rose. Able to pick the ball up, being tracked down there by McKenna Harrington. Both representing the number 3. But Julie Rose able to peel out of that. Here's Ottensmeyer shooting into that one just wide. She got a pass from Geller. And Ottensmeyer a little frustrated after that shot. Gators were close to the end line first. So will be Gators ball. And now they run back with it. As they start to clear, and that one in and out of the stick of Bree Katz and goes out of bounds. They're saying that Jordan Remmer last touched it. Remmer seems to be a bit confused. She didn't think that she had touched it. But the ref decided to give the ball to the Gators as they try to work it around, and that was a bad pass there off the foot of Jackie Norsworthy. She turns it over, and now the Bearcats go the other way. 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Here's Geller with it at X. She'll give it to Callahan. Up to the top now for Ottensmeyer. Able to find the center for Dakota. Dakota, unfortunately, couldn't find her way past Fennell there. Fennell read it all the way. Dakota looking for her 4th goal of the game. Dakota is also tied 2nd in assists on the team with 11 coming into today's game. And right now, the Gators just kind of wasting clock. A 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. With the minute 10 to go, Gators might just wind this down. They work the ball around and bring it up to the top now for Carly Wilson. Working it around to DC. Over to Jackie Norsworthy. Back to DC. And they work it around counterclockwise, the Gators do. Now they look to pick up the energy. Here's DC to GLE. And they work it around, and a whistle is blown. Looks like free position shot for Carly Wilson. "17 seconds remaining in the game. Whistle blows. Wilson peels it out. Because of that, the shot clock stopped. So now the game clock will run out before the shot clock. Gators just working it around. 2 seconds and 1, and the Gators walk away with their 14th straight victory. Sweet, sweet victory for the Gators today. Might begin a couple Triple Berry Sundays at Weenie Hut Generals. And the Bearcats unfortunately fall to the Gators here on Senior Day by a score of 18-6 for their last home game of the season. Still looking for their first win against a ranked opponent of all time. They play next week against Vanderbilt at 1 p.m. in Nashville, Tennessee, and then hopefully stay there for the tournament, American Athletic Conference tournament, taking place on May 2nd. Florida keeping an undefeated record against the Bearcats, 13-0 against these two teams. The Gators are 13-0 against the Bearcats. Nonetheless, last lacrosse game of the year, Bearcats fall to the Gators by a score of 18-6. Last home game of the year. So they look to take on Vanderbilt next week, see if they can get a win, bounce back in time for the American Athletic Conference Tournament. It's been a wonderful 2024 season. Bearcats fall to 10-6 as they appreciated their seniors today. Thank you so much for listening to this season and today's game as well. I'm your host, Alex Perez. Bearcats look to bounce back next week, but that is our last call for Bearcast here this year. Thank you so much to all the listeners. You were listening to UC Women's Lacrosse on Bearcast Radio. I'm your host, Alex Perez. We'll see you next season.